welcome back to Foundry. As always, it's the night, always starting a new episode with the night. In the last episode, we did our second alumite or alumite factory, transforming it into something different, into a gas this time, to then make some alumite or alumic acid. This has been sent to the main base. Remember, we're a bit over here, main base is over there. This has been sent to the main base so that we can start making energy cells. And we're gonna start using those energy cells. But before, I wanted to actually make another base of these. So we're gonna put a few other on this side. We're going, or maybe on this side over here, I guess. We're going to transform it into something else because there is another thing we still haven't, done. If you look over here at the basic alumite, the first one we did was liquid polymer. Then I showed you the gas. Where was the gas? Over here. No, not this one. This one, yeah, yes. Alumite gas into alumic acid. And now we have the alumite fuel, which is gonna be, liquid fuel out of alumite refining. So we're gonna want to do this one so that then we can put them into a barrel to do things with it, or portable fuel, and most importantly, this is also going to help us for the jetpack fuel over here. So we're gonna want to do that too. While we're here, let's do this research. I don't know what that is, another drone, okay, sure. This one over here, shape change, so instead of just exploding in all directions, with this you can decide to explode only in one direction, pretty useful. And this one is the opposite. This is increased blast radius and able to clear lava cave bedrock, so a really strong one basically. Make it simple. We have the indium fuel rods also over here, so another type again. Oh, but we can't do that one. It requires science that we haven't made yet, but it is in the line, so maybe that's why I've unlocked it. So yeah, science tier 4, this is also one of the next thing we're gonna want to do. As I said, we're gonna want to also start using the energy cells to make some batteries and some solar panels. But first, let me work on an alumite refining for low density and liquid fuel, and I'll see you in a minute. It is, listen, a couple of minutes later, and I've done most of it, so I wanted to show you the progress. We have over here 4 pumps, 4 drills to get some crude alumite. It goes into this pipe here, then goes under. We're not gonna send it to my main base. We're gonna do everything here because we have all of the resources we need over here. It's a pretty big expansion, but still. So first it will go into these to transform, refine actually into low density alumite and some waste gas. So as always, what we're doing is we have 2 outputs, right? One that goes at the bottom, one that stays at top. The top one is actually the gas, so it's gonna be burnt into this one. The bottom one is our actual output, right? It goes over here. Then it continues into this pipe here to be refined or transform. Actually, it's a mechanical, processor. Transform into the liquid fuel. I've put 3 of them, but as always, I'm making it modular, so it's easy. Here I can add more if I want. Here I can add more if I want. And the output, goes over here. It goes into the storage of liquid fuel. This liquid fuel will then go into the next stage over here. This is the only thing I haven't connected yet. We'll do it together because I wanted to show what are we going to connect it to. Well, we have 2 lines over here of liquid assemblers. These are assemblers, remember, when you bring a liquid, but you also bring a solid. So in this case, on this side, we're gonna bring actually xenoferrite plate and this liquid fuel to make the jetpack fuel. On the other side, we are bringing also this liquid fuel, but we're bringing this new thing over here, which are barrels. You can see them here. These are this one, and they're actually also made of xenoferrite plate, which is why everything is, made on site over here. We have, if we go back over here, we have an elevator that's bringing some rubble, xenoferrite rubble. It is sent into crushers over here. What is it? Is it 8? It's basically the maximum for 320. I think it's 8. It is then, coming out on the second line, going into these reserves. and then it's sent back again into those burners, and those burners transform into xenoferrite plates. But what I've done here is, I mean, this is only taking 20 and making 30. So I can't actually have one belt of 320 for one belt here. We have actually two different belts. You can see there is one here and one there. One is going into these reserves here, and this is the actual xenoferrite plate that will be used for the jetpacks. And then we have a second line, this line here. This is actually sent directly into those assemblers to transform into barrels. And we do have a small storage here, buffer. And this is why, look at these crushers here, they're separated into kind of two blocks with the space here. This first block of 10 is pure xenoferrite plate. This second block of 10 is xenoferrite plates that are transformed into the barrels. And then, as I said, we're sending the barrels over here. Xenoferrite is coming, you know, we have a deposit here, you may remember. So it's coming from this, let's go down, this mine. And yeah, with that, you know, everything is kind of done locally. And as I said, the only thing we need to do is to connect the liquid fuel. So we're gonna do that in a second, but first let me show you, it's pretty easy. But it's the first time we're using a level 2 miner. I researched this. Right, this is one of the research. Let me show you quickly. It's one of these over here somewhere. Yeah, here. Drone miner tier 2. Now it costs more. It costs advanced machinery parts and circuit boards. But the great thing is, if we compare both of these, let's go over here to compare them next to each other. This is 4 drones. This is also 4. But instead of a range of 6, they can go to a range of 8. So they can basically go further, and that's quite important because some of these, you know, they will start disappearing, and then you don't want to have to move these all the time. So it's good to have, you know, to start using those level 2. As always, of course, you need also, by the way, one of these transformers to bring electricity over here. The electricity comes there as long as it's also connected on top, right? So remember to do that. We have also connected, as I said, at the top. But we also have, of course, one of these transformers somewhere over here, right? And as I said, it's connected at the top also here. So yes, let's connect quickly now the fuel. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect it first here. So let's find my fuel here, perfect. Now there's a couple of ways to do it, but for me, the simplest is like this, like that, up, up, up. I know you have also this, the smart drag mode, but I don't love it. I prefer to make it exactly like I like. So like this, and then we need to go all the way somewhere over here, but we can cut it after. And then we're gonna do the same here. And again, this is modular, right? I can expand more if I want. Okay, and then here we're gonna need to go up, so rotate. I think this is the space, yes. Let's go corner now. This one is one that I don't like. So what I do when that's the case is make like this, go up on top, and here it becomes easier. I know it's probably not the best way to do it. Okay, and then we drag T. Okay, now I see where it is. Perfect. And so what we can do now is take these two out, take these ones out too, and then we're gonna take this and that out. We can keep, no, we can take that out too, actually. And last but not least is we're gonna put one of these over here, up, and same here. Okay, so if I need to expand further in the future, we also can. But yeah, I think this is, should be, yeah, we see the fleet going there, perfect. And we should see the first few ones coming out. Perfect, perfect. So we have the normal fuel, packaged fuel over here, and we have the jet fuel. So definitely want to get some jet fuel so that we can start going into the sky. Love it. Love it. Look at this base. So we just built this whole thing over here. This one was already there before. And what I really appreciate is it only consumes when you move. You can just stay there and it's not consuming a lot. It's consuming a bit, but not a lot. And you don't have to press space. You know, I'm just not pressing anything here and I'm not moving. It is consuming a bit, but not a lot, versus consuming a lot more when you start moving up and down or even straight. So it is, ladies and gents, that was the liquid fuel for jetpack. Now, obviously, this is not the last thing we're gonna do in this episode because we have unlocked the next tier of science, tier 4. This is going to use circuit board, energy cell, and thermalite sheet. The good news is we have done all of these. The bad news is the thermalite sheet is not yet on the bus, and the circuit board is also probably not going on the right, and the energy cell, sorry, is probably not going on the right side of the bus too. So we're gonna need to fix that a bit, and I'll see when that's done. And it is, I've connected all 3 resources. Remember, this was already built, right? We've built everything. This is, for example, level 5 will be over here, but yeah, level 4 is there. I had to add the tier 3 loaders, but apart from that, everything was connected, or everything was already built, and now you can see it is starting. Let me show you. Basically, we did have to do a bit of a new thing, which is now my bus is going on 2 directions. Before, the bus was only going straight. Now there are things that are going back too. So this is what we've done over here. For example, basically I'm going 1 level higher to have space to put a splitter, and then we're going down on one side and down on the other side too. Same for the energy and for the shit. The energy is over here, and then, you know, the thermalite shit, we were making them, oh damn it, I need some stairs. So we were making them somewhere over here, right? It was this base there, that base here, and so bringing it on this all the way over here. It's pretty easy. Alright, and with this we should start making some tier 4. Let's see if we can actually observe. Here it is. This is maybe the first, oh no, not the first one. First one is already going in here, going into the storage, and then it should go here directly. Yeah, and we should start seeing it. Actually, I already see some. Look at this. Yes, amazing. Amazing. So jetpack speed has been done by 1% already. And so yeah, there's only tier 4 research that is left for us. Even if, by the way, there has been an update from the dev, because we're playing update 2.2 right now. They said update 3 is coming soon, and it will come with a lot more things over here, because this is where you have science pack 5, and below it right now not so many things, but they said there will be a lot of things coming here. Now with tier 4, we do unlock quite a few new things. So I hope you're excited with this. I'll show you in the next episode all of those new things, a lot of new productions. And yeah, at least now we have our jetpack. So instead of stairs, I can use jetpack now. To go down, by the way, it's control. You press control and you'll go back down. But yeah, thank you for watching, ladies and gents. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you have any questions or requests. I hope to see you next time.